Welcome to the Disaster News Network. For those of you with power, we'd like to welcome you to the broadcast. It has been a day and a half since Cruella crashed through the National Capital Region, where preliminary damage assessments are underway. Initial results are devastating. We have a lot to cover. As of airtime, there are multiple reports that this storm has resulted in the loss of life. It is just too soon to know how many. Many people have been reported as missing, but since fiber optic systems were knocked out throughout the area, calling loved ones to check on them is almost impossible. No phones and no power either. The local utility provider, Pepco, is reporting 350,000 people are in the dark. This is also a huge problem for at least one local hospital and even more alarming for the wastewater treatment plant that serves the district. People remain in shelters, waiting to hear if their homes were damaged or destroyed. It's early yet, but officials estimate 20,000 homes were damaged, and they caution that some of those will be deemed unlivable. A whole lot of lives have been changed in the last 36 hours. If you are not already in the district, it will be almost impossible to get there. Transportation systems have ground to a halt. Flooding and debris from a wind clocked at over 100 miles per hour has shut down large portions of area interstates, including I-95, as well as other major and minor roads. 4 major bridges also remain closed. Don't expect to get anywhere on the metro either. The entire metro system is shut down since many metro stations are flooded. At this time, we also don't know the full extent of the damage to federal buildings in and around the National Mall. As we reported, this flooding was due to the overtopping of the 17th Street levee, and we are learning about interior drainage issues as well. We will have more on that as information becomes available. Unfortunately, for folks in the National Capital Region, it's not over yet. We are being told that there will be even more flooding on the main stem of the Potomac today. This is caused by heavy rainfall Cruella dumped into the Potomac River drainage basin. Here with an update on this current situation, as always, is Janice.
Thanks, Brian. Here's what we have learned. As Hurricane Cruella made landfall, the Tidewater area of Virginia and the eastern shore of Maryland were hit hard. Reported rainfall totals for their area are currently estimated at 16 to 20 inches. In the District of Columbia, a total of 8 to 10 inches of rain fell, but that's not the whole story. Now, almost 2 days after the storm, we are not out of danger. Flash flooding is a huge concern. As you mentioned, as all of the water that has fallen in the region makes its way through the river systems, there will be flooding from Rock Creek and the Potomac and Anacostia rivers, which could pose a heightened health and safety hazard in the coming days. This, mind you, is in addition to the surge and localized flooding we have already seen. Here's a map of the 500-year floodplain and is pretty close to the flooding we should expect. Floodwaters in the Potomac are expected to exceed all historical records by Friday afternoon. Back to you, Brian.
As always, stay with us. We will update you with information as it becomes available.